Hello, welcome to the stream. If you hear background noise, that's Reed Timmer. I'm going to put them in the description in a bit. Not right now yet. Hope you're all having a good day. We have some storms coming in from the Panhandle of Oklahoma and Texas. Harrington looks like it's going to get hit by, I don't know. Harrington got hit a couple days ago by a tornado. But it looks like they're getting some bad storms like sometime today. And Laverne looks like it's really rainy right now. And they're targeting a supercell. So as of right now, I hope y'all okay. But I'm gonna keep this stream going. If I have any more news, I'll say it.
If you look at the road, it's pointing directly at the supercell that they're going to. So it looks like we're just going to go straight. We'll be able to see that supercell develop. So it might go bigger and bigger and bigger, and you may have a good view of it. Right back to the dome. Maybe. Yeah, we're right up here. Yeah, that's the line. Up here. Nice. So happy to hear that. In Laverne, take immediate shelter. It's here.
Silence going off in the barn.
You heard that from the guys, and you heard those sirens in Laverne.
If you live in the barn, get in shelter now.
This is the storm right here. Oh, look at that, Reed. See that? They're about to have a Boeing echoing. About an echoing carrier. Yeah, get it, guys. Have to get a barricade through out. here. It should be due west of us right now. Are we still in westerlies or are we not northerlies? Southerlies. Barely calm. Should be coming right at us. We can hear it. Oh, I can see it. I can see the outline. See? Oh yeah, right there. What? What then? What do you mean? Oh, that's the gas flap. Oh, there it is! Oh, yeah. Possible tornado. Right there. Look at it. Blake. Oh, yeah. See it? Guys. It's going to happen. It's going to come right over this location. Yeah. We got it. Oh, you're at hazards? Yeah, can you hit them? Over that. Yeah, they're up here. Do not see that. Got it. Good. Is it trying still right there? Oh, yeah. Yeah, do some big southerlies now. Keep filming that window bit. You want this? Can you see it with this?
Ray Timmer has a group of people in Laverne in a Dominator.
Is it?
I don't know if you know that vehicle,
Not to intercept.
but like a Dominator vehicle.
I can try. I can't see it anymore. Can't see it? I can see it just a second ago. Yeah. Did you see that white thing all the way down? Did you get it on the camera? I got mine. I think barely. Just south? Yeah, I think it's going to go just south of us. We need to turn around. Turn back around, right up here. Turn around right here. We got northeasterlies now. Yeah, it's a ripper. It's right over us to the left. Yeah. Yeah, big easterlies, guys. Ready to pace out? Face it. Let's see the camera. Right here. Right here? Oh, it's going down right here. That's it. Drop it down. Drop it down. Hey, drop down. Drop down. Drop down. Drop it down. We're trying. Spikes? Spikes. Do the spikes just in case. It's trying to come fully down right now.
You can see it on the screen.
Yeah, it's on the string. It's on the ground. We're dropped and deployed. Windows coming up soon. It's gonna go south of us. Is it? I feel like it's trying to. Oh, it's trying to. Look at my screen right above. Yeah. Oh yeah, directly above. Yeah. Big winds. I think it's gonna go just south of us. Big circulation, then. What's that? Back to the rain, folks. Just north of Laverne, tornado. It's on the north side of Laverne right now. Is that a power flash? I can't tell. I didn't see. Northerly south. Boy, I tried to hit Laverne. Radar, is it consistent? Where it is? Where we are? Hang on, looking. Northerly. Yeah, right where we are. It might actually be in Laverne. Yeah. Big northerly. Damn, we were there. That was close, man. I thought it was It did. The whole pipe came all the way down. Did you see that? It did. I seen it out your I see it on your screen.
Oh, Paul's leading.
Oh, yeah, full reading. That's the last update I had. 51 scanners, 2 minutes old.
We gotta get east now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's gonna be right over the road.
Hey, where's the east option?
Curve right, and then you're gonna curve left again, and then it's gonna be a few blocks
There's
out
a
there.
big hail now. Yeah, that was a big tornado cyclone.
Yeah, it was.
Wow. Trees that are here.
Big tree limb.
Probably the RFD.
Yeah, what's that smell? That's propane, isn't it?
Yeah,
Power's out in Laverne.
yeah, it smells like propane. No, it definitely didn't hit the burn, though.
Watch
RFD
out for
did.
the tree.
Yeah, that's where we can. Ooh, yeah,
Oh,
well,
there's
free.
flying through there.
Take a left, too?
Nope. Still got 3, 4 blocks.
Okay. Nothing new coming through the rain, right?
Have not seen
Coming
anything.
past us. Damn, look at
Okay,
Laverne.
you're gonna turn right here for light. The power's out.
Turn right here. Right here.
Yeah, we're writing about it. I don't see any damage to Laverne. 3 damage, but that's about it. Okay, we got. It's gonna be right in front of us over the road. Northerlies. Man, it tried to produce so. I think it did.
It didn't produce. It was all the way down.
Oh, did you get? Oh, snap power line right here.
Yeah, it was all. Oh, yeah, it's a powerful snap.
Might have been.
It was on the ground.
Oh, another one right here.
The whole thing's landed.
Oh, they're all down. All these power lines are down.
We got
Oh, they're coming down in front of us.
Yeah, they are.
They're
Whoa!
snapping as we go.
Yeah, they are. We're almost there. There's got to be a tornado right in front of us
That
now.
was about to go down. Oh, look up right here.
Yeah, I see it. It's got to be just north, right?
Unless it's to the right of the road now. I can't tell.
I think it's flat, but I'm not sure.
Big power line steps right here.
Oh,
on the road,
wow.
too. We gotta watch out for those. Pretty Yeah, I smell intense gas. You
Yeah.
smell that? Very intense gas smell right now.
Is this Amarillo's?
Dodge City.
Yeah. Dodge?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Dodge, isn't it? Or are we still in Amarillo? Tag both of them just in case.
No, this is
What's that to the left? Right there.
Probably it. Oh, yeah, there's big northerlies. They're rapid rotating.
I think there's something big right here.
Yeah, there's gotta be.
Right here to the left. There's got to be something big. Yeah, velocity's right here in front of us.
Yeah, that's right in front of us. Yeah. That's right in front of us.
I feel like there's something right there, and there's low level
Yeah,
cows.
look at that right in front of us. What is that white thing? Is that a hole or a
Hole. But big
Oh, yeah, that might be the right side for advancing.
Yeah, it is. Up. 100%. Can you? You can see the cut? Take a picture of it. It's gonna be to the left, I think.
We saw that white thing go all the way down, right? That wasn't some weird artifact.
No, that was definitely, I've seen it through.
Yeah.
Normally.
Oh, yeah. It's that shot. Holy cow.
Yeah, keep the window shut. What's this in front of us?
Until they get slapped, I can see the top of your head. Just to our north, maybe.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Man, big hit. Wow.
Holy crap, that was big.
Yeah, I can see rapid rain curtain guys to our northwest now. Oh, yeah. What is that way back there? Is that a funnel or no?
I can't tell. We're right on the edge of it. If we need to turn on a road, we can.
Is it just our northwest? It's gotta be.
There's a county road about half a mile. We'll turn left and look at it right here.
What? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's right behind us. Yeah, behind us.
What does it look like?
Well, right in front of us. Right over us.
Hit the teams if you just talk to our northwest.
Right here. How wide is it?
Yeah.
Just a quick check-in. You can see the Ridge Riders are getting closer to their supercell.
She just has mattress. I
Informed.
asked her. I said,
Thank you to Jessica Ward again, showing her gratitude.
I'm
Nice
looking
new
for a full
profile
bed
pic.
for Jonah's room. Does it
This
come
is the
with
right
a frame or
Maybe
just
all the way up
mattress?
there it is. Oh, look at
When
this.
you do construct the mattress,
What is that?
Good spot to be here.
Yeah.
Someone cleared one.
If I could get some of the. I think it's right here. Back up to this road and face. Right here to the right.
Go beyond the road?
I don't think it'll be on the road.
I can go just beyond the middle.
Man, there's something low right here. I don't know if it's not or what it is.
Oh, that's a tornado right there, I think.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Look at that.
Big low mass. They can sit right through us.
Yeah.
Big low. It's right there, like on. It looks like it anyway. I cannot tell. I think this might be like the back side.
Yeah.
So it might be behind us now. I cannot tell. We got northerlies down, I think.
Yeah, man, just that.
I'll just stick on a mattress around it, you know. Yeah.
Turn around easy. Clear back there?
Yeah. I don't see anybody. Yeah, you can back in. You can see it. Start coming now. Turn right now. Yeah. Great. Keep going. Perfect. Yeah. Straight back. Yeah, it's gonna be to our east now.
Then they'll see it now. Look. That's the circulation right in front of us.
Yeah, I think that's a circulation right in front of us.
of us. That's what velocities look like. Wow, yeah. I think it's tweaking a little bit, but it might be trying to find up again right now. for a good half of it. Yeah. We may end up having to get a head just attack, just enough where we can get out and beat. I'm like, I'm at max splatter. Yeah. Adrenaline's keeping it in. Just go. Yeah. Let it out. Let it out right there. What do you think? Man, this road's gonna curve up here. See the sign up there? It's gonna curve. It'll curve about a mile south, maybe half a mile, then go back. Huh? 805, 806, 807. Yeah, it's like right here. Anywhere, it could be anywhere right here. We're right in the bounded echo range. Did I say bounded? Okay. Yeah. This rain is just so intense that you gotta be like in it to know you're in it. You can't see nothing. That rain will give us the opportunity to get up there. Oh, yeah. If you're in a vehicle, you would want all windows. Yeah, it's gotta be like, there's gotta be that. Well, it's just one huge area. I think it'd be right in front of us. Oh, we got east leads to west leads down here.
So this is where they are above. Let me just triple check on their exact position here. Yeah, they're right about here.
It hailed me. It curves right here. Look at all the debris all around it. Holy cow, on the car. Oh, there's like hail like all stuck inside the door. Yeah, this window, the hail is like all the way up here in the corners. The road's probably slick just from hail alone. Man. I'm gonna look at that video and see if we can see it go down. Oh yeah, that plant? Yeah. Damn, that was wild. Yeah, it was. I was like, water's coming in somewhere. I thought there for a second I could see it, but it's so hard to tell. It was definitely a big mole funnel for sure, though. Yeah. Yeah, maybe it was an artifact of the phone, right? Maybe. It was right, there was a funnel, right? When we were facing it? Oh, yeah. On my camera, I got the funnel. Snapped all those trees. Oh, yeah, that was a tornado. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's like, oh, damn, look at that. That was right when we were
it's all the way down.
That was right when we were, like, facing it.
Holy cow, Blake.
You did it. Yeah. It was there. Definitely a funnel. Can't confirm ground circulation, but it looked like it was going on. I'd be surprised if it was ground circulation. Holy crap, look at this registry. Wow.
That was absolutely insane. That was maybe the craziest hail pummeling this year, and there have been a few. Yeah, Dominator 4, we've gotten completely shredded in that. Just want to quickly say, Matt Hurley, thank you very much, sir. Elizabeth Winton, thank you very much, ma'am. And Storm Laverana, thank you very much. Thanks very much to everybody today. And back to them.
Yeah, it's not a strong tornado. No. That one north of Laverne had potential to go strong. Oh, yeah, definitely. It's big. It could have been bigger further west, but it looks like ramping up just because it's approaching. The north side of Laverne got quite a bit of yeah. 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 I think it still has stuff to line. Yeah. Celsius? Yeah. Oh, sure.
Just one quick thing. You noticed that Blake had his, it's getting a little late. Blake had his hand up on the, it didn't look like the Lexan on his window was up. There's a layer of regular glass and then Lexan protected glass. It looks like the Lexan didn't go up, so he had his hand on the window. That was to reduce vibration from hailstones. So if you're in a hailstorm, you're worried about your windshield shattering, or your well, first you want to put your hand, hold that little thing right there in a car. Put your elbow on the window. That'll reduce the vibration, and you can just even put one finger on the windshield, and that'll reduce the likelihood that it'll shatter. That's what Blake was doing.
The National Weather Service has issued severe thunderstorm watch number 32 until 2 p.m. Central Daily on Sunday. This loss includes the following counties: in Oklahoma, Grady and Stevens. Stay tuned to our weather radio, commercial radio, and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information. Warning remains in effect until 8 p.m. Central Daylight Time in southwestern Kansas and northeastern Florida counties. Now 5 p.m. Central Daylight Time. The thunderstorm was located higher in southwest Oklahoma, moving east at 25 miles an hour. Hazard 60 miles an hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. This is a radar-indicated threat. Impact, hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include western Lafayette, Cache, Chattanooga, Leoma, Saxon, and southwestern Fort Sill. A tornado watch remains in effect for the warned area. Tornadoes can develop quickly from storms. Move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. A severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 8:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time for southern Texas, Concord and Central Coburn counties. At 8:17 p.m. Central Daylight Time,
right here again.
thunderstorms were located
This down here is interesting. I was like trying to
west of Lafayette to
pull back down here, so they can get down the 4th of July, get down to Woodward City. We might be out of it a little bit, but there's no road spot. We can at least try and intercept to get it, but ramp back.
Man, you got great video on that thing.
Yeah.
That's all great.
Yeah, she got good video. I think it did come down.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell if we contrasted it well.
Sure, it looks like you're planning to be.
It looked like it. So close. It had to have ground circulation.
Yeah. I was prepared for full-blown intercept there.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's right across the road.
I don't know if you noticed, but when we were going where the power lines were, we'd have to look at video, but I'm pretty sure 2 power lines were laid this way, 2 of them were laid that way.
Yeah.
So there might have been a circulation go right across the way.
Yeah. I think the circulation got pushed southeast to rip those things to the ground. That's going to be the tornado for sure. Yeah.
The bird there might be some damage on the west side of the bird.
Yeah.
Hard to tell. I don't know what all was out there.
Sure smells. It smells
Oh,
like
something got hit. There was some intense smell out there for sure. There's a lot of hail in that window. It was all like the hail was accumulating and pushing the window in, so it was coming in. I kept getting wet. This is just an absolute unit of a line. Look at that. I mean, look at that thing.
It's going to be a great show, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think lightning just hit this tower. Did you see that? I'm pretty sure lightning just hit that tower. Or the windows, I guess. Windows are here.
Good to see Brandon back there.
Yeah.
He had a nice smile on his face.
I was talking to him this morning, and I was like, yeah, pretty much just, Beaver to Harrington to Canadian, somewhere in that area. He's like, I'll see you up there.
Right along his differential heating boundary.
Yeah.
And what
So you can see the Ridge Riders are getting closer to their storm here. They've driven an hour or two, and it is pretty dark in the Dom, but we'll stay with the Dom.
would it look like rain?
There's no way that bubble that came down, no way it did that. It could have been there if you were on the east, maybe.
That's the ratio from the Dixie all the way through Dixie. was nuts. So I shifted around like, yeah. That's where they get that bottom weak echo, or what was the one that's not a fully wrapped, right? Yeah, the weak echo region is not bounded. Man, I learned something in that exercise too, you guys. That video you got, that's definitely tomato. Yeah, I mean, you definitely got it. I shot that? Yeah, that's good. You posted it. Oh, nice. I don't view the videos for both because I got to go back to it. Oh, yeah. I care about the Brenda. Do what? Gotta get you to retweet on here. What it was Brenda. We had Dick Active as our follow vehicle in the local tornado. Oh, really? Dick Gowan? Yeah. He just followed you behind us. The only people there were Dick Gowan and then Matt Sanders, the major of David Dine was there. Oh, really? It's all right there. Everyone else is on the southern storm, I think. Yeah. For some reason, that northern storm had a lot of torque. Oh, yeah, definitely. This other one was maybe had a little outflow or something. Had to be something. I think it was on that mountain here, nearly on that mountain. Really? Party. Ripper. Jake's really got my clutch going today. Yeah, it did. I've had a blast. Yeah, that was awesome. I just can't believe that it didn't drop an absolute tight, you know? I mean, it looked like it was about to. Like, when that novel came down, I'm like, oh, it's about to just plant. Like, here we go again. Then they'll turn right with this stuff. For some reason, this storm would always get ready to land a big one. Yeah. But it did snap all those power poles. It did. That takes like 120 miles. Those were big power lines too. Big power lines. Right here? Yeah, turn left right here. Left? Yeah. They get the full supply. Yeah, that was a road stone, wasn't it? Where's the tornado warning in Dodge City? Oh, there was a tornado warning in Dodge City. The north side of that line? Yeah, there was a right there, I'm guessing. Yeah, right there. Right on the north side. Really close to Mike Upshot's house. Mike is such a great person. Oh, he's phenomenal, yeah. Really nice dude. Great. Good to see J.R. Henley back there. Yeah. He came to Argentina with us like 14 years ago. Oh, really? Tim, Shacker, and Howard's out here too. People shelter underneath the gas station. Yeah. God, that structure is absolutely nuts. Look at that. Crown Photography right on Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook, yeah, like my partner. Yeah, that tornado down there in Hamilton was really hard.
Brenda, what's yours on Facebook?
Meteorologist.
Get your Facebook out really cranking here.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Oh yeah, that's wild. I think what we should try to do is what we should do is get down to Woodward and get east over towards and get north to Winoka and then take this. It's say I've been doing this Stephen Ward saying earlier. And then after we take it, we can just drop south out of Winoka maybe. And then maybe kind of head back towards Canadian and intercept this line.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I think we should do that.
That's that.
Heck yes.
Panhandle magic at work here.
Absolute unit of a storm. That's what the back line looks like. It even extended down to border. Look at that.
Tim Marshall and Johnny out there too.
Yeah, we talked to Tim a couple days ago when we were down here in Sayre. We were waiting, we got down there, Tim and they pulled up. We talked to him for a minute.
What are the models show this thing going? I think it's going to go all the way to Dixie and then just be a line, you think? Win back. Still trying to take it in front of this developing terrain, Charlie.
Yeah, kind of just shows it like that. Yeah, the just here. Yeah, it wasn't really right here.
I may have to go all the way down to Natchez to get the southeast mover or something on that.
Yeah, that's early in the morning too. So it's already going through Jackson at 17. So they may be late tomorrow night.
The wind here.
Southwesterly, so it's fine. Yeah, it doesn't look great. See that back end of the shell?
Yeah.
A lot of dirt too. What a we'll get out of this thing.
Yeah, I think it's not for the race. That's what I thought. Nobody's right. Maybe like catching an album.
Yeah. Yeah, we can try it.
Man, we're So lucky we have this. There's no fear of break. Fear of the Dominator 4. We probably may not survive it.
What happened? Yeah.
I mean, we'd probably be all caught up and everything.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's no chance that we would have. No chance.
The whole car would have been trashed. I just have to leave it behind.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been ideal. See that dark mass? Looked like maybe a big tornado or something.
It's got to be big wind on that. Significant wind. There you go.
I think when we get up here a little ways, we're ready to stop and eat real quick.
Okay.
Just to empty the tank real quick.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys probably have small bladders because you haven't been chasing much the last 3 years.
Yeah, look how thick that dust is.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, my bladder's never been this full. I don't think.
Probably a walnut. Copy that.
Copy that.
Hey, you guys, where you guys want to go? Gas station up here?
Yeah, Woodward is up here out of the raid. From there, we might can figure out if we can make it. If not, we make them drop.
Drop to the next portion of the line?
Yeah, we make them drop back down to Arnett and head towards Canadian. Maybe run south of there, yeah. Head back west for the line back here, maybe. There's a tornado warning down here south on the Red River.
Damn. Far south, right down here.
Yeah, near Walters.
Walters.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that thing had to have produced.
Damn. Look at that.
Right there in the rain, though. Those things just blew up right on the boundary. The boundary down there. Yeah, there's an insane amount of dust right there.
Oh, big river down there.
That's the plant right here, I think. They turned it into a gnarly move.
Yeah. Although it's been really wet.
That's true.
Maybe a green after we.
Might be. Yeah, I just don't know if we can get ahead of this thing. I mean, it is surging. Look at that backline.
Yeah. We could get that portion of the line.
Yeah, we definitely can.
When we get a mega shot.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know about this. I'm wondering about this alpha boundary though. I think it's extending south, so it might actually be south of the line. Yeah. Yeah, that stuff up there is kind of curving northeast now too. Anyway. Yeah. Maybe go north to Albert. Go towards Alba. I think we'll stop in Woodward and maybe drop down to Sharon, Vicky, and Camargo, and maybe just get south of this, and then maybe head back west a tad and intercept this line back here. Puts us closer to Canadian anyway, where the vehicle's at.
Did the vehicle get rocked or is it okay?
It was good on that initial storm. I think it went just south of there.
didn't end up texting him because I noticed he went south. But I'm going to text him here in a minute. Hey man, I completely forgot to tell you, we ended up leaving the vehicle in Canadian. Yeah, we left our vehicle in Canadian. And I think are we gonna drive back west? You wanna do that? Or are you gonna chase it? Go back west. Okay. I think we're gonna end up going back west. Where are you at? Oh, okay. Yeah, we're gonna make a bathroom break here in a second, but yeah, you're good. Were you waiting on us or? Okay, I'm just making sure. I was like, shit, I didn't forget to tell him. But yeah, I think we'll head back west a little bit, maybe get that line in the panhandle. We'll drop us back up. Alright, I'll take it. Bye. Gas station. Wow. Yeah, let's do it. Sinclair. Man, I had spent a while since I've seen one of those. Oh, I see. Thanks for arranging those. Bye. Yeah, if I wanted to. Yeah, that's what I planned on. Appreciate it. Yeah, just in case. Yes, for sure. Thinking about it. Wonder what is that one up there? Actually, go to that one up there. Yeah, I think that one looks a little bit better. Yeah. Pumpkin holler? What? I haven't even heard of that one before. That one looks like a big one. Is why. Oh, it's not cute. Yeah, let's talk the other one. Wow, what a gnarly storm. Yeah. Had to be a tornado. No, we had to be in an edge. Yeah, there's no way we weren't. It snapped up those power poles. Yeah. Those easterlies are ripping like 80, 90 miles an hour. Yeah. That's pretty windy here. I feel like I'm going to pee for like 30 minutes. There's Tim Marshall shop. Oh, nice. I wonder if that's just south of this mountain right here. That was earlier, I think. Oh, was it? Oh, okay. 7:30. ass like I'm outliving. Yeah, come on. Dude, I love our vehicle, man.
This seasonal rain will result in minor flooding. Some locations that will experience flooding include southwestern Montana, Walters,
Two.
No worries if you don't. You can't do it.
The following impacts are expected. Hail damage to vehicles.
How's it going? How are you?
Sighting and trees.
Yeah, okay, good, guys. Look at the berries.
Duncan, Walters, Waurika, Comanche, Geronimo, Cookie Tom, Waurika, Horror.
I'm just going at an angle to do it to see.
For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of the
That
building.
looks good.
A tornado watch remains in effect for the warned area.
Nice. Yeah, that looks good. Fantastic. Love to see it out here. Oh, yeah. That's a love, eh? I don't know. You mean the forecast show? Yeah, I just don't know if I'd survive one. There's so much work. Not sure I want it or not. At my age, at least. I'm getting up there. Yeah. I'm happy because you can tell my casino part, too. Yeah. I may be doing it fast. That's Blake and Brenda Brown. Yeah. They can't take care of themselves. You guys know Blake and Brenda? Blake Brown here. Oh yeah, I used to play around for a while. He was an ECC guy and raised on the panhandle. Hey, good to see you guys.
Hang on one second.
I've been running into a win.
Huh?
Hey, please, safety first. That's my middle name. Safety first, guys.
Yeah. Well,
that real quick. We did shatter some things up front.
Oh, we did? Did you move the headlight?
Who's driving? I think that's Becca Fern.
Oh, is it? Oh, is that who that was? Oh, okay. Around the windshield there. Yeah, it does. Yeah, the sides do. I don't think the wheels do, right? Around the wheels?
It's not worth it.
Okay. What was that?
You'll say hi. You want me to come out?
No,
This one doesn't open.
You're good, you're
I
good.
better go pee myself.
Okay, go for it.
I shut up.
That's fine. Are you getting wet? Okay. Oh, what? Oh, you do? There's still a little water here. I don't think I brought any. Oh, I know. What? Yeah, that hail was absolutely nuts, man. I have never seen hail that big. I bet there was some 6-inch stones in there.
No, no.
Oh, she did. Oh, nice. Thank you. Tell her great shots. Yeah, it was.
What?
Wow, too.
anything in there?
I'm sure there'll be another town somewhere, right?
Yeah, they just got good food. Cold John's pizzas.
Well, we can do that.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for joining this stream. We got a big windbag derecho that's headed toward Oklahoma City. Hope you enjoyed Panhandle Magic here, Blake and Brenda Brown. Some new parents, too, so they haven't been able to chase as much the last couple of years, so it's really great to get you guys back.
Oh, definitely. Thanks, man. Heck yeah.
Thank you, everybody. And remember, never stop chasing.
I'm gonna have to buy myself a
All right, that will do it for a pretty cool chase. Did have some connectivity problems, but we got through it. Some crazy stuff, including that insane hailstorm. So anyway, thank you to the mods. Thank you to the huge generosity today. Welcome
That's no
all new members. We hope that you guys enjoyed it.
like that. Is it
We might be streaming again tomorrow, actually.
Is it in
And
No. He
I don't know. Usually I ramble on these. I'll just keep it short.
He sounds like he's gonna be.
Definitely.
Maybe.
I'm gonna have some cheesecake.
I want some too, but I want to say something. Did he?
He told you he was going to. It sounded like
Is he taking this one away?
No, he said he was. I heard him. The refueling stop.
101 Mississippi, 103 Mississippi, 103, 104 Mississippi. Yeah, it's over.
Jimmy Dean, warning come.
Stay tuned to NOAA weather radio, commercial radio, and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information. The National Weather Service in NOAA has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Comanche County in southwestern Oklahoma, northwestern Jefferson County in southern Oklahoma, southwestern Stevens County in southern Oklahoma, Cotton County in southwestern Oklahoma.
In Kansas, I think it's going to be much less of a threat. I think we're already starting to see this side wane and in intensity, and we're starting to see really the rest of the storms push through Oklahoma first and foremost. So let's take a quick look at this storm here. Again, the reason I'm still here right now is I'm monitoring the trend of these storms that are going to move through Oklahoma overnight. I want to see if they lose intensity at all, or if they're going to be pretty powerful. And for a while there, we had garbled velocity, not real data, but you can see actually in real time the development of a rear inflow jet, or literally the winds back here that are pushing this forward. So watch this move through, and you can really see it on the pink part of the storm. Sorry for the flashing colors. That's that radar artifact going at you.
So they're back?
Just watch it blow there. There we go. Okay, so the development of the rear inflow jet, now that we can see this, follow the hail right here. You can see it begin to bow out right here. So our jet is forming and pushing this part of the storm forward much faster. Alright, so Chris is telling me to look at his stream. I'm not sure if it is working right now, but we do have some, possibly some sunset warnings coming up. Let me see if I can get Chris's feedback up. Actually, is he just parked? It looks like he's driving right now. Let me see if I can pull his stream back up. Oh, there we go. Alright, let's look at Chris's stream. Wow, look at that. Yeah, this is a PDF sunset warning with a heck of a light show. Wow, look at that. That's wild. This is definitely a way to end an active day of severe weather during the daytime hours. That is solid. Don't see a storm that looks like that very often. Hopefully his speed maintains. We can't even hear him through the wind, the outflow from these storms. Yeah, that's incredible looking. Absolutely stunning. This is why you stick around and you see the progression of the storms into the evening hours. Yes, PDS sunset. And the lightning right in there, Chris. It's like, why? The storm chips are trying to talk to each other through my stream. Guys, just use Zello. Talk to each other. What are you doing? You're talking through my stream right now. I'm trying to talk to my audience.
Let me rephrase that. I was standing in the wind. I'm standing outside of my truck right now. I don't know if that's delayed or not, but I'm standing outside of my truck right now.
Whoa, what on earth just happened to his feet there? That was like a glitch in the Matrix. Did you see that? What? Alright, so he's... What did that go to? I have no idea, but this is apparently delayed. He's standing outside. I don't really care, because I just like what I'm seeing right now. That's amazing. So Chris is Chris is right along highway... Where is Chris actually? Oh, he's back in the Texas Panhandle, so this is close to Canadian Texas. I think he's on his way up to Perryton. At the moment, we're going to have our Y'all Squad deployment there in Perryton to assist with tornado recovery. So he is driving into, or maybe standing outside his truck at the moment. He is driving into, in this frame, the storms there in the Texas Panhandle. It doesn't look as dusty as it did, so hopefully it looks like that dust storm is not continuing to be a thing. It might be maybe in western Oklahoma, but it looks like the Texas Panhandle not too dusty with this storm at the moment. Man, that is the world border, exactly. That's a great way to put it. That is a wild looking feed right there.
I just popped a picture in the string text from Chris himself. He sent us a personal picture.
So we're seeing it delayed. I don't even care. So Chris is sending this picture itself. We'll eventually see, but yeah, he's just continuing to look at the sunset here. That is amazing. A low likelihood of tornadoes, spin-up tornadoes in particular near Tulsa, so just be ready. Have a way to receive warnings there in Tulsa for sure. But that will definitely be closer to midnight. Closer to midnight is when those storms reach Tulsa at central time. It does look like they're moving pretty fast though, so maybe they'll get there around 11:30. That's probably your stormiest hour. That's for everybody asking, what about Tulsa? What about Tulsa? There you go. I don't know. I feel like I just need to keep watching this. Really quickly, though, I want to take a look at the radar because it was in the middle. Man, look at Nick Gorman's feed, too. Gosh, this is just... I can't focus on anything. Here's Nick's feed. He's looking at some storm here. I think he's back behind the storm, so he's looking at all that light rain, and then the sun actually coming through the light rain on the back end of the storm. So this is not even the front line of storms. This is the back end. So we can see both. We can see the sunset from the front and the back right now. That is wild. All right, there we go. Now we have Chris's feed off just a little bit here. Let's look at the radar really quickly because it looks like this storm is maintaining intensity and then some. So I was just talking about the rear inflow jet here. This has begun to push this storm forward and cause it to bow out right here in northwest Oklahoma. So this is approaching Alva, Cherokee. It's now well east of Woodward. Looks like sailing might get in the or sailing. I'm not sure which the pronunciation is correct there, but it looks like this is going to be the most powerful part of the storm for a little bit here. So I would be concerned for Akron, Burlington, right along Highway 64 here in northwest Oklahoma. Definitely a very powerful part of this storm. So you can watch it in motion there. It begins to bow out quite rapidly there. We're going to see the strongest winds occurring right in the bow here, right in this pattern. So you can see this dark blue right here on the right side of your screen. That's about 85, 90, 95 mile an hour winds showing up on the radar. A couple thousand feet above the surface, so definitely some pretty powerful gusts at the surface as well. And then what we have the chance to see here is while this bows out, on the northern edge is where we could see our spin-up tornado or two over the next 30 minutes or so. So this is the area of concern for anything that could become tornadic. So we'll have to watch this closely. It's probably going to be going generally this direction, crossing the border right into Kansas here near Hartner and Kiowa and Hazleton here, south of Medicine Lodge. So it looks like this is going to be the most concerning path of damaging winds and possible spin-up tornadoes. So if we were to extrapolate, take what we're seeing right now and draw it down the line a couple hours, we might see Oklahoma City and the metro on the southern edge of this line of damaging winds, and then possibly getting in on a storm from back in here in the Texas Panhandle. That might be the area that reaches Oklahoma City maybe a little bit later into the night, maybe 1 a.m. or so. So it might be pretty stormy for a while if you guys get caught like right where the storms are training over themselves. Whereas this part of the storm up here might be what makes it closer to the Tulsa area over the next couple of hours. So I think this is really what we're looking at here, is closer to Tulsa and right along the Kansas border might continue to see the most powerful part of the storm that's materializing right now. So there's your destructive severe thunderstorm warning for that. Again, the highest end of severe thunderstorm warning issued. That will incur tornado sirens in any of these towns that adhere to that. So there will probably be some sirens going off where this warning was just upgraded to a destructive warning. Man. So I think we'll need to cover this part of the storm for another little bit here. But Carly's telling me that she's going to have to sign off. She's had a long, difficult day, also working with y'all squad and getting calls out and communicating. So if at any point, Carly, if you do need to go, that's totally fine. You've been a huge help today, and it's been fun having you on, of course.
Yeah, Andy, I'll be in the text channels. I just, I've got to get up early tomorrow. Like I said, we've been doing y'all squad stuff. So I've got some phone calls to make tomorrow morning. I'm very excited. We have got a lot of really great things in the works right now. We've got the team going out to Perryton, Texas. So we're just really kind of coordinating to try to make those things happen. And like I said, I'm really excited to get that taken care of. So keep your eyes open for that over the next couple days and weeks. We're just getting started on a lot of really incredible things now that the Y'all Squad is an official nonprofit organization. So if you haven't already, go check out the website. It's theyallsquad.org. You can see what we're doing, and you'll see it on Twitter and everything else. But yeah, I'm just really thankful you guys were so kind to me today. Like I said, this was my first rodeo on Andy's channel here, and it is always so much fun. So yeah, thank you guys. You've been really great. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, Carly. It was great having you on, even though, it was a little bit scuffed, and of course we're always going to have to talk over the chasers and compete, but, that's just that's the charm and what we work with on these sort of streams here to get everything going. So
that's the charm. I love it. It's always so much fun bouncing back and forth with you, Andy. Like I said, I'll be in text stream, but just wanted to sign off to let you guys know.
Absolutely. Appreciate it. Thank you, Carly.
Mm-hmm.
Great to have you on tonight. So we'll see you later. Thank you again. Can I get a thank you, Carly, in the chat? I already see several people doing it. Go ahead and send it all. Man, I'm so happy to have Carly back. A year ago when we were last working together, and I started missing Carly a lot. But of course, we've all tried our separate things here and had a lot of fun with those. But now she's back with the team. I had no idea a year ago that I'd be able to stream directly with her. So this is great. The start of something awesome too. Now that I've been streaming on YouTube on this channel.
This is a radar indicating
so very, very happy that that's
expected. Hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage.
All right. So now I have now I have access to all the text. Thank you guys. Yeah, huge shout outs to Carly. Huge. We're going to stay on here on this channel for a little bit longer. I said that if we had that destructive severe thunderstorm warning come through, definitely going to continue coverage of that as it tracks eastward across northern Oklahoma. And that is exactly what we've got right now. So far, it doesn't look like any spin-up tornadoes have occurred. But what you are seeing here is that northern edge of the bow echo. Literally imagine pushing water forward in the bathtub on that left side of where you're pushing. As my webcam zooms out, I mean, I could use my mouse to show you. But on that left side where you're pushing that water forward, you get that counterclockwise spin. In this case, the left side is the northern edge of the bow echo, right here in that blue circle. So that's why you see some rotation starting to show up here, right here along the Oklahoma-Kansas border. So that is where our focus is for spin-up tornadoes, if they do occur. So watching that area very closely. We'll be on it in the moment something happens, because that's pattern recognition for you.
This additional rain will result in minor flooding.
Alright, so we got that new considerable severe thunderstorm warning, including parts of approaching Elk City from the north here and I-40. So yeah, it does look like this line of storms here is going to eventually cross over Oklahoma in some capacity. Yeah, at the moment, not ending. Definitely not ending when we have a radar presentation that looks like this. Absolutely not. We definitely need to keep streaming for this. Okay, so chat, it's you and me. Start talking. I've seen several asks about Ardmore, Oklahoma. Very valid asks. Let's go ahead and look down there. This is our only other area of concerning storms, really. We have a couple of hailstorms near Brownwood. We'll watch if those continue to be the case, but almost every storm down here that was approaching Dallas-Fort Worth from the west just fizzled out. That's great news for DFW. Doesn't look like we're going to have an organized severe threat. Wichita Falls, supercell, moving pretty slowly, is finally approaching you from the west, getting in on the rain from it now. It doesn't look like too powerful of a storm as it approaches the city, but it is warned for golf ball size hail, so very small localized area. If this goes right over the city, we'll experience some larger hailstones as it stands. So there's a golf ball size hail report coming through from emergency management there near Hayden Corner to the west of Wichita Falls. That is still approaching you. We'll see if it maintains intensity. The storms that are approaching the I-35 corridor north of the Red River here are probably about maybe 45 minutes to an hour away. Looks like they're also passing over Loco, Oklahoma, which was just impacted by an EF2, currently rated as an EF2 tornado. So that is an area of that is vulnerable. So hopefully we won't have too much severe impacts going through there. What has caught my eye, though, is this little guy down here. What is going on right here? Oh yeah, that is definitely... Wow, look how fast that is. This is the last scan. This is 4 minutes ago. This was 2 minutes ago. Tornado on the ground. One likely. That's so fast. And then the next frame does confirm it. It's still got a tight area of circulation just west of Eureka here in Oklahoma. This is an area that just went through tornado warnings during our last stream on Ryan's channel. And Loco, Oklahoma was impacted by a tornado, so that's right up here. This is probably going to get warned. National Weather Service Norman might have eyes on it since that was so fast. Let's see if they do issue a warning for that, but that definitely looks very intense in a very localized area. There is no debris signature with it, so it might not have touched down or hit anything to produce any damage that we could see, but yeah, that's extremely fast. Look how fast that was. Previous frame, bam, rotation right in there. That's so fast. That's wild to me. I don't know if I've seen very many that are that quick at developing. So if we get a tornado warning here into Jefferson County in Oklahoma, that is the reason why. National Weather Service Norman, we'll see if they have eyes on that and they agree with me. Yeah, wow, where did that come from? That's how fast these things can just happen.
The National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm watch number 329, effective
So if you're in Waurika here in Oklahoma, I would recommend taking shelter. Strong storm approaching you regardless, but it does look like it may have tried to spin up a very, very quick tornado here. Hopefully it's done with by the time it gets to the town, but small town Waurika here, you went through it just a couple days ago. So I would advise being ready for that once again. So, a couple of supercells here. That's definitely a rain-wrapped tornado if it did happen. We won't be able to see it, especially as it gets to nighttime here. These are the storms that are approaching I-35 from the west, so Ardmore, about an hour out from these storms getting to your location. Yeah, this frame, while there is no tight circulation anymore, does tell me that this storm is definitely tornadic. So we have some strong winds going one direction on this side, just north of Waurika, and this side also strong winds going the other direction, just south and west. Bear with me for that. So no warning on this yet, but I would not be surprised if this was warned. I still think it probably should be warned. So very, very, very fast rotation ramped up there. We'll see if it manages to do that again, because that's a concerning look. Definitely still capable. Population there probably fairly small.
This is a radar indicated threat.
But they have gone through a couple of tornadic days recently. So there you go. There's another one. Looks like a town that's probably about 1,500 to 2,000 people there in Waurika, south of the lake. So watching this closely here, actually kind of surprised that there wasn't a warning issued, but the fact that the tornado happened, or may have happened so quickly, sometimes, by the time it's done with the National Weather Service might opt to not issue a warning for that particular circulation. So we'll see if it warrants, if it wraps up again, warrants another warning. Another look down here near Wichita Falls. Clearly a hook is beginning to be well defined here compared to what it looked like recently. So you can see that appendage is sticking out of the storm now, just to the west of Wichita Falls. However, I don't see any rotation, hardly at all, with this, so I'm not particularly concerned with this look right now as it approaches Wichita Falls, but definitely keep an eye out. Definitely keep an eye out just in case.
Commercial radio and television outlets.
Right, we still got rotation here near Waurika. It's not super strong, but it might be right on the edge of prompting a tornado warning here. So y'all watch out here in Jefferson County, please.
Therefore, the warning has been canceled.
Okay. So yeah, these storms approaching Ardmore still have some oomph to them. We'll keep a close eye on them as a result.
Southwestern, Stevens, and East Central Cotton counties.
Take a look at the hail pour down here near Brownwood.
Severe thunderstorms were located along a line.
Down here near Brownwood, Texas, we've still got, I guess these storms have re-intensified just a little bit, but they haven't yet congealed together into anything. So we might see maybe just one small area of damaging wind and hail that might consolidate and move to the south of DFW metros. That might be Waco, Texas, Hillsboro, depending on how this cluster evolves right here. So this might be my only thing that I've got eyes on down here. It probably will avoid most of DFW, so we'll see how that goes through. Okay. Anything else that we need to look at here? Let's see. So we got storms, sub-severe mostly, kind of moving in the direction of Tampa though, down here in Florida. It does look like some of them have hail cores, so it's possible that Tampa might be in for a light show with this group of storms right here. It's approaching your area probably over the next hour or so, just looking at it generally, hour or two. That looks to be the strongest area of storms in the Florida Peninsula, which is still under a slight risk today. And then I think I saw a severe thunderstorm warning here in Louisiana. Let's take a look. So this is a severe thunderstorm that was almost. It looks like it's actually canceled right now. So this is I guess a weakening storm. Doesn't look like it's going to do too much, but man, look at the anvil coming off of it. Do you see this? Wow! This whole thing showing up on radar is the anvil of this storm over here. So it is being blown all the way down here. So if you're in Brookhaven in Mississippi, you're underneath the cloud of this storm over here in northern Louisiana. Sometimes it's pretty wild to see that. But yeah, that should give you an idea just how large these storms are sometimes. That's wild stuff.
While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should
Keep a
remain
close
alert
eye
for
on our storm.
and listen for later statements and possible warnings.
So
Stay
I'm
tuned
going to go ahead and close out this radar. I believe most of the storms here in Kansas will lose their intensity here, including any of these storms that are popping up here north of Wichita. Might have a little bit of hail associated with them, but they're nothing too concerning. They might just keep you up for a while. So don't go outside in any lightning, of course. Alright, so let's see. I want another close look at this storm here, this destructive severe thunderstorm warning. It looks like any attempt at a spin-up tornado has failed thus far. Right along the Kansas and Oklahoma border here is where we're looking at this warning in particular. By the way, we haven't had a tornado warning in just a little bit now, which is good news. However, I still think there could be one down there near Eureka. Keep an eye on that. 76 mile an hour wind gust reported right near Sealing there. Sailing. Can I get the correct pronunciation on that? Does anybody have that in chat? They're from Oklahoma. Sealing or sailing? I'm not sure which one it is. 76 mile an hour wind gusts down there though, whereas the most powerful winds are definitely closer up here to the northern side of the storm, near Alva. So very, very strong winds going through.
Most flood deaths occur in vehicles. Flood advisory in effect until 11:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time this evening.
Very strong storm. I'm most interested in seeing if this continues in intensity or we get another rear inflow jet pushing forward. That would prompt another destructive severe thunderstorm warning. If we get that, as this gets closer to Enid, Pond Creek, and these populated areas, then we'll continue the broadcast. Of course. Sealing. Okay, got it. Thank you. Pretty sure I've heard that one before, but I just want to double check. Sure.
Minor flooding is ongoing or expected to begin shortly in the advisory area. Between 1 and 1.5
What a day of coverage so far. Yeah, just want to make sure, 100% sure that we cover the destructive severe thunderstorm warnings and any remaining ones. Hopefully the intensity will decrease as we go into the night. Much like these storms around Des Moines, they're still sub-severe here in Iowa. We haven't seen any severe thunderstorm warnings up here toward Des Moines into the north. And any severe hail has fallen below thresholds down here, closer to Osceola. So nothing too prominent in Iowa, but you're probably getting in on a decent light show. Is there plenty of lightning up here near Des Moines? That's the one thing I don't really like about GR2A is that it doesn't have a really good way of looking at lightning. There are a couple of layers that I can use to look at lightning, but they're really so I'm not a big fan of them, especially for broadcasting. So I don't typically get a great look at the current lightning on these storms unless I pull it up on my phone. So Des Moines still looking solid. It's just going to be a little bit gusty and heavy rain there. Hopefully that helps relieve any drought that is in the area. But yeah, a lot of drought-stricken areas. I saw people asking about that earlier. Did not receive rain today. Some did, but some, like northeast Nebraska, did not really receive any rain. Alright, so looking again down here near Eureka, this is definitely a concerning look, especially for Steuben in Oklahoma. This is southwest approaching south central Oklahoma. The storm is looking pretty strong. So you can see here what is definitely an RFD surge, rear flank downdraft surge. So the back end of the storm, drawing the arrow for it, is surging forward on the southern side of this. And you can see a pocket right here over Sugden of what is 80 to 90 mile an hour winds here, just about 4,000 feet above the ground. So very prominent rear inflow surge here, RFD surge rather, rear flank downdraft surge. What this can do is A, provide a damaging wind threat, but B, this can also promote tornado genesis, production of a tornado if it continues to wrap up around. So this is one component of producing a tornado. Now we see if the other one actually does connect with it. So right now I would say we have one half of the tornado, one half of the tornado ingredients we need for this storm to actually produce one. So I would be concerned out ahead of time for Grady, Oklahoma, and basically right along the Red River. So if you think about this storm, if you know anyone in Courtney or in Grady, that is definitely a powerful storm. I'm pretty concerned, and I think we might have a tornado about to develop right here on this appendage. So we have the RFD surge happening right here, and winds are spreading out around the north side of it and starting to circulate right here. I think this could be a tornado, maybe even on the next scan of radar data that we get here. So very actively developing situation. We might see a warning come through for this. I would not be surprised at all there for Jefferson County. So if a warning does come through in Jefferson County, and this continues to wrap up, that is the reason why. So, pretty concerning look there. Looks like the supercell entering Wichita Falls has fallen apart. Wichita fallen apart. So this is the supercell losing intensity. Its updraft has started to really been unable to sustain itself here right as it approaches the city. Looks like it's falling apart, which is great news for y'all there. Of course, it could reestablish itself, but right now it's definitely on a decreasing trend in intensity.
Wind-driven hail, I think there's probably quarters or a little bit bigger, nothing outrageous yet, but we're still in the middle of it. Keep you updated.
Thanks, Chris, for that. Let's see if we can get his feed working again. I still have Nick's feed. He is in total darkness. Let's see if Chris comes back at all. I think his feed is not working at the moment, but there we go. Okay, well, yeah, that's definitely a look. Okay, yep. I don't know what his stream is doing, but I think we saw briefly what he was talking about there before it switched back. Alright, Chris Hall is teleporting. Teleportation powers there. I don't know how he does that. We should probably ask him. Definitely a teleportation device that just went on there. Okay, so here's our next frame of data. Here, just east of Puerto Rico. Again, I definitely think this is just enough to prompt a tornado warning. You might see that come through, so don't be surprised if one is issued. It looks like it's struggling just a little bit to connect properly and actually produce a solid tornado here. But we have rotation right here in a rural area now in Jefferson County, but pretty rapidly approaching the town of Grady down the line here in Oklahoma. Ask him. The thing is, I'm not sure what part of the stream we're actually watching right now from him, but either way, he is giving us a look at a hailstorm. It looks like pretty heavy right now. Goodness, okay. Oh, alright.
Where portions of Oklahoma, including the following counties, Comanche, Cotton, Jefferson, and Stevens. Portions of northern Texas, including the following counties, Clay.
Alright, hopefully y'all are doing well. If you stuck with me this long, I very much appreciate y'all for watching the broadcast. Thank you. Definitely sticking through it. And anyone who's come across the stream at any point, I appreciate anyone who's subbed on the stream so far. Doing my best here to give you now forecasting the weather. as it happens. We definitely saw a few tornadoes today. I retweeted the most photogenic one that we saw is on my Twitter, so you can find it there. I can post the link, or Mods can post the link in the chat too, because I know they've been doing that on the occasion, so they can Mods as well. Still looks like the supercell might drop a little bit of small hail as it dies off right over Wichita Falls, but it does look like Wichita Falls might get in on some small hail right at the end of this supercell's life cycle. Doesn't look like this was ever able to establish very tight rotation. Nothing showing up on our correlation coefficient that is noticeable. So currently not seeing anything. Looks like this is disconnected. I'm surprised at the and also enamored by the resilience of National Weather Service Norman for holding off on issuing a tornado warning. Because each scan of data looks really convincing. Like back here, I would have been like, oh man, that probably deserves a tornado warning. It looks pretty concerning. But we definitely want to be issuing warnings as accurately as possible. So huge props to the National Weather Service. Have a little bit more reprieve than I do, perhaps. Those warning coordination managers have so much training, basically just as much as I'm doing myself when I do these broadcasts for you. It looks like Dallas-Fort Worth is going to be okay tonight. It looks like all of the severe weather is fizzling out as it approaches the DFW metro. You guys are all right? So thankfully, it doesn't look like that's going to materialize. We just have a couple of hailstorms to your southwest. They're going to approach the I-35 corridor, maybe around Waco, in the next couple of hours. So I really don't think Dallas-Fort Worth is actually going to get in on the severe weather today, which is great news. That's for everybody asking about DFW. Anyone in Wichita Falls? Any small hail falling for you guys? Can you hear anything on the roof or anything like that? It's very interesting to be right over top of the dying stage of a supercell, essentially. It looks like it's starting to fall apart there a little bit. It's definitely a very weak storm at the moment.
Randy, this is Chris. May have had a golf ball or two. We're going to keep going back to that. We'll go on baseball to be all spikes.
Absolutely. Thanks, Chris, for that update. Still watching the storm very intensely here in South Central Oklahoma. This again is about 45 minutes to an hour away from Ardmore for any of our friends that are concerned along I-35 north of the Red River. This supercell does look pretty intense. It probably will sustain itself for quite a while as it approaches Ardmore, Marietta, some areas that have been recently impacted by the damaging wind events that have moved through, and also brief tornadoes in the area. So our other area of concern now is north central Oklahoma, and this area all the way back into the panhandle of Texas that Chris is driving through and talking about as he approaches Perryton, where we're going to have Y'all Squad activities going on tomorrow. That's what Carly was talking about. If you guys were here for Carly, that is their destination. That area was impacted by a EF3 rated tornado as it currently stands a couple days ago. That we live streamed last time on Brian's channel. We saw that tornado go through the town. So yeah, definitely huge Y'all Squad opportunity to help out and aid in massive relief. I'm pretty sure we had over $20,000 raised by you guys that day to assist. That's all going there as we speak. I'm always thrilled to be a part of that. To be a part of the team that does that is, there aren't anywhere to land. All right, north central Oklahoma now. Unit and Pond Creek are next in line along the path of this pretty damaging storm. Currently, it is a considerable severe thunderstorm warning, so it's been downgraded from destructive. That's what I was waiting to see, if that would remain the case. We do have maybe an attempt at a very weak spin-up tornado right here on this last frame of data. So we'll see if that continues. Does look like it's continuing just a little bit here. So if there is a warning that comes through here into Harper County in Kansas, that would be the reason why. So brief spin-up tornado on the northern edge of this is possibly ongoing. It doesn't look too powerful there. So hopefully just moving through rural areas. But yeah, close eye out for those spin-up tornadoes. That's exactly what JR Boy is talking about. Thank you for that donation. I was just kind of keeping that on the screen, but hopefully that is not impacting anybody. And thank you for bearing with me too with this cough. I've been doing as best I can to broadcast with this cough. It's been eating me alive in the last couple of weeks. Can't get rid of it. Yeah, so I'm waiting to see. We had one instance of this storm going out really quickly. You can see it go through there over the last hour. Waiting to see if we get another surge of winds pushing parts of the storm forward. Because if that does happen, then we'll definitely see another destructive severe warning issued. Some pretty powerful winds are approaching Enid Pond Creek at the moment. Just had another 76-mile-an-hour wind gust come through Clio Springs here. So yeah, I think this is maintaining intensity. 76-mile-an-hour wind gusts, by the way, these are being recorded by the Storm Prediction Center as significant wind reports, which means anything like this is adding to the possibility of this storm system being described as a derecho, which is literally just a long-tracked, very heavily damaging windstorm. So this is currently looking like it will be called a derecho. We've seen plenty of those very upper-end wind damage reports. Pretty interesting to be watching that live, right? The unfolding of a derecho event, so to speak. I've had plenty of herbal tea and honey. Like I've had so many cups of that I can't even tell you. But I appreciate you guys letting me know. Happy to help, Colette. Thank you for the feedback. Much appreciated. Happy to help the family as well.
Stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio, commercial radio, and television outlets.
Yeah, nice but not okay. I agree. For sure. So what's up with you guys? You know, we haven't had a tornado warning in a while now. We've had several storms that look like they could have a tornado warning assigned to them, but we have remained just under the threshold, despite my concerns with them. Let's go ahead and take another look at that. Here in south central Oklahoma, again, this will be completely rain-wrapped, but I don't see any type rotation as it does approach Grady. So the current update on that is it looks like it is not producing a tornado, but it's still a dangerous storm.
Stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio, commercial radio, and television outlets.
Have I eaten? I had a huge burrito before this stream to power me through the whole thing. Barely noticed the cough at all. That's because I've been trying very hard to not cough into the microphone. You need to see Midas. He's upstairs. He was very rambunctious earlier, though. Happy to fit with him. Tornado threat for West Tennessee tomorrow, very low. Currently very low. If that increases, I will have a stream going tomorrow for it. But at the moment, it looks like it's going to be just a long line of storms that moves through. So increasing tornado threat tomorrow equals another stream for me here, right back here on this channel, covering those areas tomorrow. We'll see. But currently, not looking like that at the moment. That will change though in about 3 hours from now, when the Storm Prediction Center updates their Day 1 outlook for June 18th. I'm okay just about northeast Texas. You guys will probably see some storms from this complex. It is going to travel generally from Tulsa and all the way down to west Arkansas, northeast Texas, through the nighttime hours. So that is going to, they are going to continue. And they probably will have some severe thunderstorm warnings, or at least some thunder and lightning to wake you up rudely in the morning hours. So a lot of people are going to get storms today. If you live along that corridor. Tulsa, looks like you guys are about 2 hours out. Hour and a half to 2 hours. So just about when we expected it. There we go. There's that spin-up tornado warning. Hopefully coming through. Let's see. So we have our spin-up tornado warning for Harper County in Kansas. Here is our rotation right here, and that pink box is about to show up. As you heard on 1.3. So again, this is a spin-up tornado that's lasted a few frames, so definitely a valid warning to have there. So please take shelter in parts of Harper County in Kansas. The storm is producing a brief tornado. Hopefully,
portions of northern Texas, including the following county: Clay, when until 11:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Impacts: minor flooding in
we've been looking at that.
areas. Additional details at 9:12 p.m. Central Daylight Time.
Stillwater, probably about an hour out. You're halfway between the storms and Tulsa, right in the middle there, meaning that you're probably a good 45 minutes to an hour out, and that will be your stormiest hour. And I think you should be done after that. You know, a breath of fresh air and good news for everybody who is going through these storms tonight in some capacity, whether it's from this one down here that's approaching Ardmore from the west, or this band of storms that's probably pretty close to being classified as a derecho. This line of storms, once it passes through, you're good. You're good in this area. We're going to have a couple of days of no storms, no thunderstorms forecast for Oklahoma. Hopefully that means that you don't get into any excessive heat warnings or anything like that, but it looks like this is going to be the one to blow all that unstable nonsense out of here, unstable atmosphere, and then you get a break. So that's good news, because we've had unusual activity for this time of year. Usually June is focused up north to Nebraska, but instead we've seen all the storms tracking here through the southern plains and to the southeast. Yeah, it does look like a progressive derecho. You're absolutely correct on that. So because we've had several significant wind reports like 77, 76 mile an hour winds, here in your ceiling also 76 mile an hour wind report. I think there are enough significant wind reports right now to warrant calling this a derecho as it stands, but it's still got hours to go. So we're going to see just how many damaging wind reports come in through the night. So my area of most concern right now is out ahead of this part of the line that's oriented more north-south of this, on this blue line. That's generally going to travel along north-central Oklahoma towards the Tulsa vicinity. And we'll see what it looks like when it gets to Tulsa. I may not be on at that point unless we continue to get destructive severe thunderstorm warnings and spin-up tornado warnings. So we'll see. But right now, hopefully that wanes in intensity, and I can take a little bit of a break, because I cannot tell you guys how much I will pick off after I am done streaming. It is going to be ridiculous. I'm going to have at least 3 cups of tea after this stream. But I did it for you guys. I definitely wanted to be here for you guys. Definitely wanted to make sure that I covered today's event. The lightning on Chris's stream, yes, he's finally got a good look there. I agree. So this is Chris's feed. He's in the Texas Panhandle near Canadian, or actually near Tampa, right on the southwest edge of this derecho that we're looking at right now. What could be derecho. I'm still not 100% sure if I want to call it that, but it does look pretty convincing. I think it will be called a derecho, because it's been pretty significant for sure. He's looking at the southern edge of this, and it's still got a light show going on with this. Yeah, this is going to be the rude awakening that you see in Oklahoma City at midnight, just about, right in those hours. This is going to be the rude awakening you see in Tulsa in the next couple of hours. And eventually, this is going to be what you see in southeastern Oklahoma, northeastern Texas, maybe as far south as Shreveport. This line of storms will get through. And, I mean, the way it's going, perhaps this line of storms might actually make it in part to Dallas-Fort Worth, if this western edge that Chris is looking at right here, if that continues to develop and go to the south. Maybe in the morning time hours we might actually get something all the way down there. So we'll see. I don't know if it will go that far south, but if it does, it could be pretty close. So, of course, if it reaches you there, this will just promote a damaging wind threat. No, it's alright, Lewis. I'm doing the broadcaster thing. I want to make sure that quality is good for you guys. It's not coughing into the mic all the time. He wouldn't at first.
Portions of northern Texas, including the following county: Clay.
I think it's going to hit Tulsa. At the moment, I think that it looks like Tulsa is going to have its stormiest hour right about 11:30 p.m. to midnight, and maybe last a little bit of time after that, because the way these storms work is that spin-up tornado warning has been allowed to expire. So there we go. We lost our tornado warning, our red overlay here. It might last for quite some time, might be windy for quite some time, because back behind these types of storms here, this line of storms that extends out, is a bunch of, it's really, this area is all the wind that's pushing the main line of the storm forward. So it's going to stay pretty gusty, blustery back in here, back behind the storms. And also, there's going to be lightning activity, so there's probably quite a bit of lightning going on here, just exiting the Dodge City area. So you see all this yellow and orange area. This is just a bunch of what we call stratiform rain. So that's just consistent, light to moderate rainfall. And there's a lot of lightning that usually happens in these areas here. So it's probably going to be a pretty loud night. Maybe if any strikes reach the ground there in Tulsa and this area back behind, and also pretty blustery back there too. Typical derecho behavior. Thank you, Holly, for the support. You've done so much tonight. Very much appreciated. Is Lawton going to get hit again? I think southwest Oklahoma is going to be clipped by the edge of this, maybe. That's why I was intrigued by the southern extent of this. Maybe it might clip a little bit of Altus and Lawton down here, so this part of the storm back in here, right on the western edge, might be what travels in that direction. So we'll see just how far south these storms make it. What I will say, though, is our primary area of tornado concern is definitely right here. Wherever this line is oriented more north-south is where we have the most organized part of the storm, and also the greatest chance for winds to funnel in here and wrap up, essentially. So down here, for Sealing and also for Elk City, this area approaching I-40, I'm not concerned about tornadoes down here. This area of the storm, or this portion of the storm, is definitely going to not be tornadic or as tornadic in nature compared to where this storm bows out in front up here. And that would be right along the Kansas-Oklahoma border. So that would be the area of concern for tornadoes. I think down here there's almost zero tornado threat remaining, and that would this is going to be the part of the line that would impact Lawton and also Oklahoma City Metro. So I think we're going to have almost zero tornado threat for OKC. However, there might just be a little bit for Tulsa, so we'll see how it evolves. This is, again, part of the storm that may be more tornadic, especially the northern side of the city, towards Ponca City, and just hugging the border right here. That would be my area of concern for any possible spin-up tornadoes. So if you're concerned about tornadoes in Oklahoma City Metro, I think you're fine. You're just going to get woken up when these storms come through. So that's what I'm focusing on. And of course, the structure of this line will probably change with time. So that might not be true when it gets to northwest Arkansas. It might just become completely non-tornadic. So we'll see. but I'm pretty sure that we'll be okay for the most part. We hopefully will be done with tornado warnings. So let's take a quick look down closer to Ardmore, which is now in a severe thunderstorm warning from this complex of supercell here. It kind of looks like it's merged together here. Not seeing any tight rotation.
Hey, and there's one more comment on us for the rest of the night. Visually looking at the storm, it is definitely a light show. I think we're just going to continue to 65 and go for this night. Also, it is sort of getting the look of it wanting to try and look out. Velocity doesn't look the greatest, but if you swap down to another radar just south of here, it does show somewhat of velocity looking somewhat on it. That may be cool to watch, especially where it is a 12 Charlie. But I will hush now and give you all the light show for just a little while longer.
Thank you, Chris. Last message from Chris tonight. Again, we're watching his live show right here in the Texas Panhandle. Now, he mentioned something about velocity. Again, I think that there is no chance for tornadoes where he is at. He's in that southwest part of the line there. And all of the storm has a gust front well out in front of it. It's going to completely prevent any wind from getting in there and spinning up a tornado. So I think we're all good there. No chance of a tail end Charlie really producing a tornado down there for sure. So that last scan actually completely has shifted my view on this here. I believe Nick might be down here today as well. I think he's just driving through. Where is he? He is driving probably back to Perryton as well. So I think the Yellow Squad is going to converge in Pampa and then head up to Perryton for Vigilance duties tomorrow. And Nick Foreman might be going over there to help out with that. So this last one maybe gave me a little bit of hesitation here near Healdton in Oklahoma. You can see this part of the storm kind of just blowing out right there. So this is pushing forward right near Healdton. Just a localized area of strong winds right there, right over the town. We're looking pretty far up in the storm, so I'm not sure what's happening on the surface here, but I can tell you for sure this is pushing out right there, and maybe might connect with some rotation just to the north of the town, but we'll see if that continues to be a signature to look at. That's the only thing that's really caught my eye now, so wouldn't be surprised to see maybe a severe thunderstorm warning issued just a little bit out ahead of this, since I think the northern part of the storm is still decently severe. Now passing pretty close to Ardmore, so you guys can probably see this off to your west on I-35. But looks like the tornado threat with this hopefully has gone way down, this complex of storms. And what I can tell is it actually looks like it's turning into a line of storms there. So yeah, we're starting to see this really just become a line. So this might be the complex of storms that actually tracks pretty close to Shreveport. So maybe right along this line towards Texarkana through the night, we might see this localized area of damaging winds if this storm maintains its all the way over. It does look like it's trying to do exactly that. So this might be the storm to impact areas near Sherman, Texas, maybe just near Sulphur Springs, Mount Pleasant, and towards Shreveport, Texarkana, possibly into southwest Arkansas as well. So it looks like we'll have just two areas of self-sustaining storms. Hopefully this remains non-tornadic. All right. Let's go back and see any updates, developments with our north central Oklahoma storms. Getting pretty close to I-35 now, about a county away.
Tornado watch remains in effect for the warned area. Tornado watch number 327 remains in effect until 11.
And I think if you take a close look here, you can see that gust front out in front of us. So you see this this line that's kind of following the storm right out in front of it. There's our gust front. So that means that any tornado threat is basically zero right along this thing here. All preventing winds from getting in there and spinning anything up where the storm is located. But right here near Wakita, which is a pretty infamous location for Twister, is where we might be able to see one last chance of a spin-up tornado. Just, again, right along this Kansas Open. So this would be the only place of tornadic concern. Otherwise, we're just looking at a bunch of damaging winds that are making their way through.
A portion of southwest Oklahoma, including the following counties: Comanche, Cotton, and Tillman. When until 10:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time.
Good gracious. Thank you, David Presso. Appreciate that support. Thank you, Mad Dog, as well. Been watching for a while. Weather's been wild for you in the southeast. Any brief outlook for tomorrow? It's probably going to look pretty similar to this. What you're seeing here, a damaging wind and some hail threat is expected through parts of the southeast tomorrow. If the tornado threat is increased, because currently it is marginal, only a 2% risk area exists tomorrow. If that increases, then keep a close eye out. I will do another stream to cover the risk tomorrow. But as it stands, I do not have a stream planned for tomorrow because it does look like it is going to be confined to severe thunderstorm warnings.
Safety / flood turnaround.
Thank you.
Don't drown when encountering flooded roads.
Hopefully that helps. But yeah, you are in an enhanced risk tomorrow. If that is upgraded to, actually, if anything about that is upgraded, so if we get an upgrade to wind-driven upgrade, then I'll also stream that tomorrow. So we'll see what the Storm Prediction Center thinks about trends for tomorrow's severe weather event, and any upgrades to what it currently stands as, which is this, which you can see on Radar Omega. Here is our risk for tomorrow. Any upgrades to this, while these storms move through, will be what decides if we stream or not. So we'll see. So keep a close eye out. If I don't stream tomorrow, the implication, the goal is to communicate that the risk is hopefully confined to maybe some shelf clouds rolling through, and that, me not being on should hopefully communicate that, yeah, being weather aware is great, but it doesn't look like a higher end severe weather outbreak is poised to occur. But nonetheless, enhanced risk down here in June is very unusual, so we will see. Definitely just keep a close eye on the channel. So that's what tomorrow's risk looks like.
Flood turnaround. Don't drown when encountering flooded roads.
I am not seeing anything in particular that is extremely concerning. I mean, there's some very powerful wind pockets that are approaching Pond Creek. That's a populated area, so if you know anyone in Pond Creek, just tell them to be weather aware. The storm's finally getting to them. It's definitely going to wake them up, so hopefully they will, be away from windows if any very strong gusts come through. Because we do have a couple of pockets of possibly 80-mile-an-hour winds showing up, 85-mile-an-hour winds showing up right here, right along Highway 64. So this is going to be a pretty strong damaging wind event for Pond Creek. Looks like they're in the path of the strongest winds here. Still watching this area that could, very briefly spin up a tornado here. Again, it's north of Wakita, infamous town for the movie Twister. So it would be something if they saw a Twister. I don't know how many Twisters Wakita has seen since that movie came out, but definitely very interesting. This is pretty cool too, what we're seeing here. This is south and east of the radar here, well out ahead of the heavy rain. We're actually seeing a gust NATO, I think, occur right here. Very small area of possible spin on the gust front itself. So this is not a proper tornado, but rather a gust NATO right on the leading gust front. So those are typically very weak and do very, very little damage. So if there are gust NATOs, that just goes to show that this is a pretty powerful storm system. Makes sense to call it a derecho for sure.
Blaine County in northwestern Oklahoma, northwestern Logan County in central Oklahoma.
But as it stands, man, I really wish these storms had already passed through Tulsa and Oklahoma City and so forth, so that we could confidently call it a good day. But I'm still a little bit concerned for those populated regions, and also down here into Ardmore along I-35, the storms are getting pretty close to your region. But it doesn't look like they are. It doesn't look like they're wrapping up anything tornadic at the moment. So still maintaining hope that they pass through without too many issues. 116 tornadic events. I guess it's not surprising there. North Central Oklahoma. I think the Y'all Squad operations are definitely going to be put together in video format on the Y'all Squad channel, which you can actually find. Literally, if you look up Y'all Squad on YouTube, you will be able to find that YouTube channel. We do have one video there, so yeah, the Perryton relief efforts will be very precisely gathered and presented in a video on that channel for sure. So make sure you tune to that. Anything for Iowa over the night? Nope. I think storms are going to lose their intensity up there. We didn't really have any severe thunderstorm warnings, just a couple here crested. Frank's also got it in the chat. Very nice. Thank you, Frank. That is the Y'all Squad channel where the Perryton efforts will be shown. So yep, just cycling back and forth between these two areas, north central Oklahoma, approaching Enid and Palm Creek. Just some very powerful winds moving through here. I'm waiting to see what the next severe thunderstorm warning that comes through that will include I-35 counties north to Ponca City here. And also areas just north of Oklahoma City Metro. Waiting to see what this next severe thunderstorm warning is. If it is a considerable warning, I think we will wrap it up. But if we get another destructive warning for any concentrated wind damage, then we'll stay on just a little longer. Alright? So that's the plan. Yes, Arkansas will see things overnight, and as we wrap it up, I will show you guys what will happen. So that you are weather aware for the rest of the night, know what to expect, okay? No, there will. It looks like there is no tornado threat expected for the remainder of Texas, especially the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Definitely no tornado threat expected. Yeah, gust NATO is literally just, you see a little bit of you see the gust front coming towards you, and then there's just this little whirl that might kick up a little bit of dust in the field, but it's not connected to the cloud at all. Just waiting to see. That new severe thunderstorm warning will probably come pretty soon here as this storm goes through Pond Creek. Definitely getting very windy in that area now.
What flooding caused by excessive rainfall is expected? Where portions of Oklahoma...
You can take one more brief look and see if... I think that the storms near Tampa might be a little bit severe in nature as they approach the city, but they might go a little bit off to your east. I'm not sure yet. So I'm going to bring a radar over there. Des Moines gotten through the heavy rain, so let's see if we can get down there to Tampa and take a look at what's going on. Did these storms manage to make it through? I don't see any warnings down here, so it looks like they probably lost their intensity here. No, I think this one looks pretty powerful, actually. It's just gone over Newport Richey. I just saw the last couple scans of that. That is actually a pretty interesting storm here. That's approaching Tampa dead on. This is going right towards downtown Tampa, especially the western part of it. Probably, yeah, this is a legit supercell. Taking a look at this thing here as it comes on shore. Only in the last couple minutes has it come on shore, and look at that. Like, just about 10 minutes ago, it definitely looked pretty concerning right here, right over the coast near Port Richey. Could have been rotating there. Right now, looks like it hasn't managed to sustain that rotation, but yeah, you can see that proper supercellular structure here to the north of Tampa. So just know that this storm is currently moving towards Tampa. Wouldn't be surprised to see maybe a severe thunderstorm warning with this. Might have to keep a close eye on this for just a little bit here. Glad I looked over here, definitely. There's no nothing but some special marine warnings at the moment, so wouldn't have even known. Alright, we'll watch this develop. Tampa, what the heck? Keeping me from going offline. This is too concerning of a storm to just leave off on. It looks like a proper supercell to me. let them know in Tampa they got a strong storm moving toward them.
County in western Oklahoma. Blaine County in northwestern Oklahoma.
Another look through north central Oklahoma. I did hear that warning coming through.
Garfield County in northern
Not sure where that was for exactly.
County in northwestern Oklahoma.
That was for Kingman and Reno County in Kansas. So it's for this storm up here. Just a little, it's hanging on just a little bit longer here in south central Kansas. So it does look like maybe some storms will move through the Wichita, Kansas vicinity. I was hoping that they would mostly fall apart by this point, but it does look like they're trying to maintain just a little bit of intensity.
This is a radar indicated threat. The following impacts are expected.
Alright, keeping it going. Keeping up strong here with these storms. Right, south central Oklahoma, let's go ahead and look at that. Oh man. This is in the hail core, so I'm not sure how much of this is legitimate rotation. And we are in a radar hole, of course. We also have rotation starting up here right along the Red River Port. Great. No tornado warnings right now, but some of these storms are appearing pretty problematic. It's not going to let me stop, is it?
Tornado watch number 327 remains.
Yeah, we saw that strong storm move through Waurika and Oklahoma. I would not be surprised if there actually was something that went through there. So there was never a tornado warning there, but I definitely had a y'all watch out for that area because it was immediately concerning. Very, very fast spin up of a tornado there that lasted maybe 5 or 6 minutes. And impacted definitely areas west of Waurika. I didn't see a debris signature with it, no damage signature, but I wouldn't be surprised if it actually did do some damage there.
Flood advisory in effect until 10:45 p.m.
Okay.
Central Daylight Time this
A couple more storms that are a little too concerning for me to let up right now. Make sure we're covering this as best as possible.
Portion of southwest Oklahoma.
I know I do a lot of zooming in and out, but it's necessary to be able to assess the storm at different scales.
Impacts, minor flooding in low-lying and poor drainage areas.
Overnight weather for Mobile, Pensacola. You guys won't get anything until the early morning hours, maybe the mid-morning hours. It might take some time for it to reach you down there, but it looks like it will. So it's probably going to be sunrise by the time anything gets to you. Looks like the worst part of this storm, wind and hail-wise, is going to go right over Ardmore in Oklahoma. I know we've had several people asking about Ardmore. It does look like that's generally the area right here where some of the most powerful part of the storm might move right over you guys. So be prepared for that. Looks like this thunderstorm warning is going to verify right in this area, right for Ardmore. Alright, let's take another look at Florida. We're going to cycle between these storms here. Definitely a concerning look here. Velocity is a little not telltale. I don't see anything immediately concerning with this, but if we go up with height, you can see that this storm definitely is rotating. So we're looking much further up into the storm. We definitely have rotation showing up there. Closer to the surface here, it's a little tougher to tell. But if this keeps going like this, we could see something tornadic come out of this. So watching the supercell really closely. Right now, this is northwest of Tampa. Northwest of Tampa at the moment, approaching the city pretty much head on. It's moving basically southeast, might go just south, I'm sorry, just west of the city, along a line just like this, heading into the bay, Tampa Bay itself, passing over Interstate 275. Looks to be its current track. So definitely watching this storm. I do believe it's got a chance to produce a tornado. Looks like this is the only strong storm in the vicinity. Keeping a close eye here in the Tampa vicinity. Yeah, no severe thunderstorm warning with this. it's just a special marine warning as it comes on shore. I think National Weather Service is probably gauging what to do with this storm. They're probably waiting for it to do something in particular, which is wrap up any type rotation if it does manage to do that before they issue a warning. So let's see. Okay, one brief look down here in Texas. Great. Okay, let's take a closer look at this one. So this is in Central Texas. It's managed to consolidate. So let me play back that loop. We were watching this come together when it was just a bunch of little hailstorms together. I was waiting to see how it would consolidate, and it looks like it's consolidating into one pretty powerful supercell. Now to the south and east of Brownwood. It's got a heck of a hail core on it here in the pinks and even a little bit of purple showing up just south and east of Brownwood, Texas. Oh boy. So, taking a quick look at this because the signature I'm seeing right here is in fact a hook. It's showing up very nicely. Here's our supercellular structure. Very healthy supercell right here. Wow. Okay. I'm glad we didn't stop. We're still going here. This looks like a pretty powerful supercell right here. It's approaching gold weight into Mills County at the moment. Currently, it's over nothing. Some of the hail in this storm might be over some of these towns, but the largest hail is definitely falling right here in the core of the storm, here in the pinks and the purples that I'm highlighting here. And if this storm does start spinning something up, it's going to happen right in this vicinity. Okay, gnarly looking supercell. This is what happens when a bunch of storms consolidate. Watch the progression of this. So here we were, 1 hour ago. This is what the storms looked like 1 hour ago. We had several hailstorms. One near Brownwood, one off to the west, and one off to the west, and one to the south. And these have all congealed together into this guy right here. So, wild look here as we get an upgrade to a considerable severe thunderstorm warning for Mills County, Texas, which is what we're looking at right here. This is a powerful supercell. Warnings going all over. I know, I thought I was going to get a break. I'm going to look at... I'm going to look at the environment in front of the storm. I need to know if it has, how much of a chance it has at producing a tornado. I mean, it definitely does look like the environment right where this supercell is supportive of a tornado. So, yeah, we're going to have to keep watching this. You're going to have to keep watching this storm. I see fair kinematics, I see fair thermodynamics as well. This is in an area that still has, I don't know, just about 5,000 joules per kilogram of CAPE at 10 p.m. So there's still 5,000 CAPE here. If you guys are familiar with that, you'll know that that's quite a lot. So quite the unstable atmosphere is still in place down here in Central Texas, right where this supercell is. So, I don't know how much of a chance it's got at producing a tornado, but it certainly looks really gnarly, and it's got ingredients in place to do it. So we're gonna keep a close eye on this. All right, Central Texas. Let's go back to Florida. Latest scan of the Florida storm looks pretty concerning. We've got parts of the storm with pretty powerful winds. This area in light blue has 50, 60 mile an hour winds associated with it here in the northwest suburbs of Tampa near Odessa and Keystone. Currently not seeing anything tornadic yet with this storm, but we may see maybe rotation starting up right here near Keystone. Keep a close eye on this storm. Currently not warned for anything as it approaches downtown Tampa. And I'm not kidding about that. That is actually taking a track towards downtown Tampa, right along that blue arrow there on the right side of your screen. So there's an update for Tampa. Let's go to North Oklahoma into Kansas, South Kansas. Not seeing any spin-up tornadoes here, but still a pretty powerful line of wind here that's now moving through Enid, has moved through Pond Creek and is currently really gusty there. We've got that considerable severe thunderstorm warning that moves out ahead and now includes Ponca City, over to Red Rock and parts of I-35. So now this storm is just about maybe about an hour and a half away from Tulsa. So an hour and a half away from Tulsa right now. You guys are about an hour and a half out. It looks like you're going to get a damaging wind event. I don't think that the storms will be tornadic or have any tornado threat when they reach Tulsa. It looks like the tornado threat will be to your north, up here in the northern part of our line of storms. This is where we could see possible spin-up tornadoes. They're going to ride right along the border of Oklahoma and Kansas for quite some time. So that's my area of concern for tornadoes, if any were to occur. Okay, and let's go ahead and take a look at South Kansas as well. I'm going to go ahead and bring up another radar for Wichita. There are still some strong storms in this location. Let's see what we got here. Oklahoma City looks still about midnight when the storms get to you, so that's an hour and 45 minutes away. Here's this storm near Newton. I was concerned because I started to see this look like a proper supercell. I don't see any rotation closer to the surface, though. Looks like this storm's just got some powerful gusts coming out of it, and also a pretty large hail core over an isolated area. So this is south of Newton, Kansas, and north of Wichita in good ways. It's a pretty strong supercell out in front of the line. And this is just a mess. This is really not lost its intensity whatsoever here in South Kansas. So looks like Wichita's going to be in for a fun night of storms too over the next hour. Yep, no tornado threat down here in along this part of the line right here. This part of the line is not non-tornadic at the moment. As it approaches Interstate 35, goes over Enid at the moment. No tornado threat down here. The reason for that is because we have the gusty winds, the gust front out in front of the storms. It's again preventing any winds from reaching into the storm at the surface and spinning up a tornado. So right now, this gust front is blocking any tornadic threat right out in front of the storms here in north central Oklahoma. Once we get to the border, though, that stops being the case. We have air that's still moving generally in this direction on the northern side of this line of storms. You can even see some examples of that up here near Norwich in Kansas. We could have an area of spin right in here. So, gotta monitor this as it approaches Wichita. Still no tornado warnings for quite some time now, but we have several storms that look concerning in several areas that look especially concerning. So I'm keeping all these radar sites up, ready to monitor them. They come through. Alright, let's go to south central Oklahoma. Keeping an eye on the storms as they get to Ardmore. So now it's right over Ardmore. The most powerful part of the storm is definitely just the north of the town from what we can see. Very powerful winds and also some hail is likely moving through Ardmore at the moment, just as we mentioned 15 minutes ago. So we've been tracking this part of the storm very closely. It looks non-tornadic, which is good, but we are seeing the development of our second set of damaging wind storms. And these still have some hail associated with them. So these again are going to be the storms moving through Ardmore right now that basically track along the Red River and eventually reach southwest Arkansas, go through parts of northeast Texas if they expand at all as they move to the east-southeast, and eventually probably will clip the Shreveport area and Texarkana over the next few hours. So that's probably 2 to 3 hours away from those locations. I think these storms will probably be severe when they reach those areas. So plan on about 2 to 3 hours out in Shreveport, and it's possible that you could even get another round of storms from these guys back in here that will track generally to the southeast as well. So again, stormy period for you guys into the early morning hours when I won't be here. Unfortunately, I can't last all night.
Canadian County in central Oklahoma. Northwestern McLean County in central Oklahoma. Southwestern
Okay.
Noble County in northern Oklahoma, northwestern Cleveland County,
Okay,
in
so
central Oklahoma.
there's our Oklahoma and Kansas storms. Let's go back to Texas.
Southern Garfield County in
Oh my
northern
gosh.
Oklahoma until 11
Yep.
p.m. Central
All right,
Daylight
so now we have a definitely starting to look like a tornadic storm here in central Texas as it approaches Goldthwaite. Keeping a close eye on this one too, and look at that. That rotation is ramped up very much in that last radar scan. If this continues to be the case, what we're seeing right here, I would not be surprised to see a tornado warning, and that would include Goldthwaite and Mills County in Texas. Wow. All right, so if we get a warning coming through, it's for this reason. That is a very, very classic look to this supercell. You can see it. I mean, it's just clear as a crystal. Here we are in central Texas. So this is generally traveling, it looks like an east-southeast direction through Goldthwaite towards Lampasas, and eventually towards the Belton area, Belton Temple area, maybe through parts of Killeen as well. If it takes more of a right turn, it might go closer to Gerald and Georgetown down here along I-35. So we'll see how long this lasts, but it is in a favorable environment to continue being a threat here. So more than likely, if this looks like this, we're going to see another tornado warning coming through. All right, so y'all watch out there in Mills County and in Texas. This thing looks gnarly. I would
A new tornado warning.
consider taking shelter in Goldthwaite and Scalor here along Highway 183. There's your tornado warning. All right. Yeah, very, very classic look to the supercell. Definitely a very valid tornado warning. Please be taking shelter. We're getting into the nighttime hours, so let them know here if you know anyone in Mills County. There is our warning coming through. Man, it's exciting my throat again here. Let's get to our Florida storm. Latest scan here on this storm approaching Tampa. Let's see how much lightning activity is with this storm here. I want to see how much lightning is here. This is currently not severe warning, or it has no warning associated with it at the moment, but is going to go right through downtown Tampa. So this cell right here is generally traveling this direction. Looks like it's a ton of lightning. So I'm pretty sure everybody in Tampa is starting to become very aware of this storm as it gets closer to the city. Previously, we were seeing areas of concern that may start rotating. You can see back just a few minutes ago, the storm definitely looked very concerning with this supercellular shape to it here. But as it stands right now, it looks like it has trended to becoming not a rotating, or at least toward the surface, not rotating. So it looks like our tornado threat is lower at the moment with this supercell approaching Tampa. It's definitely going to be pretty gnarly when it gets there. Thank you, Jennifer, for the support. Much appreciated. Thank you, peace of mind. Get the Fiji. I got you. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this does get a severe thunderstorm warning. It definitely looks like a pretty powerful storm with plenty of lightning activity. So be prepared for that in Tampa. Again, the storm is generally traveling in this direction to the south-southeast. So it looks like it's going to go right through downtown. Maybe avoid the western suburbs here towards Pinellas County. So we'll see the track of this thing. It does look like it's just going to go through Hillsborough County here. So be prepared for that. It's going to be a pretty loud storm, I think. And I'm going to monitor it closely just in case it tries to do something sneaky. Okay, just like a sneaky thing that we have a tornado warning for this storm south of Newton. That is a surprise to me. Very intrigued by this tornado warning here. So this is for this supercell, almost stationary supercell here. Look at that, just not really moving at all. So the supercell is almost stationary here in the area north of Wichita, Kansas. It is tornado warned. I don't know why. I'm trying to look at this thing going up in height. I'm really not seeing rotation that's that strong. So perhaps we had a funnel cloud report. I don't see any funnel cloud report in the warning. So I guess this is maybe a preventative warning. Thank you for the support, Vito. Much appreciated, friend.
Northwestern Canadian County in central Oklahoma until 10:30 p.m.
So this is an interesting warning here in southeast Harvey County, northeast Sedgwick County, well removed from Wichita. Yeah, I'm not sure about this one. But what I do see here is a bunch of cells developing out in front of this. And these cells look like they're actually going to interact with this main supercell. So, excuse me, all of these storms coming together here are actually going to congeal with this main supercell right here near Newton. And if that happens, we actually might see a much stronger supercell emerge, and that could pose yet another tornado threat here, as we already have this warning here. So, if you're in Furley or Whitewater here in Kansas, you're looking in the south central part of the state here, just north of Wichita. You're under a tornado warning at 10:30 p.m. Central, and it looks like the storm might have the chance to intensify with all of these storms being ingested into it. So, I just want to let you know that the whole reason why we see this storm down here near Goldthwaite in Texas, here's central Texas, is exactly the same thing here. This was the result of a bunch of small hailstorms congealing together, consolidating into one powerful supercell that has become tornadic and has a tornado warning associated with it. Again, so there's our latest look near Goldthwaite. Please be taking shelter if you're just now joining the stream, or you know somebody in Goldthwaite. Last few frames of data here, and this pink box are indicative of a tornado warning.
10:19 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from 4 miles.
Norman and Chris Hall talking to me. Nick says, great stream today, 30 minutes ago.
Moving east at 40 miles an hour.
Great stream today, yeah, so far. I don't know if Nick is aware of what's going on now, but yeah, we are definitely continuing the stream at the moment. Alright, so there's an update for our friends. Maybe about 15 minutes or so out of the town of Goldthwaite here. Does look like it might try to go towards the town, so please be taking shelter there in Mills County. In central Texas here. Down the line, the storm looks like it's generally traveling in this direction, so it is going to encroach upon Lampasas County here. And possibly head down towards the Fort Hood, Killeen area, maybe further south would direct it towards Georgetown and Gerald if it continues. Right now, it has an incredible amount of CAPE, or convectively available potential energy, so just the juice in the atmosphere available for storms to persist. Has about 5,000 joules per kilogram of CAPE right in this area, which is a pretty extreme amount, especially for 10:30 p.m. That is an extreme amount, so that's kind of why we see a super healthy storm right in this area, is because we have extreme amounts of instability. See how tall this storm is. This storm is 65,000 feet tall in this pink area here. That's the top of the storm here. 65,000 feet tall. That is one heck of a storm. For reference, that's about 12 miles. 12 miles tall. Wow. Okay. All right. So let's go to our other areas of concern. Cycling through all possible areas of concern right now. Excuse me. Thank you, Stefana, for the support as we go into the night. We're about 15, 25 minutes or so out from Ponca City. Getting this line of strong winds approaching you guys there. So about 15, 25 minutes out. Be ready for some damaging wind gusts. Probably going to get pretty loud there. Still watching right along the border of Kansas and Oklahoma here for any spin-up tornado possibility. But again, again, I'm not seeing anything too concerning along this line. It does look like this line is extending south very quickly here and organizing itself as it gets closer to El Reno and Oklahoma City Metro. So it does look like Oklahoma City might get in on these storms at right around 11 to 11:15 p.m. Central, which is about what we've been saying for this area. I've been talking about this all day. Like we might see it around midnight or possibly an hour sooner, just around 11 p.m. Looks like that's the case. This is going to be the part of the storm that generally moves into the metro for anyone still watching there. So it looks like it's going to get pretty loud there. Your stormiest hour is coming up in Oklahoma City. Your stormiest hour in Tulsa is right about midnight.
Yes, it is working.
11:30 to midnight is when these storms look like they're going to reach Tulsa. Okay, so now let's look at south central Kansas. This feels like the most active part of the stream. Good grief. Right, from the Wichita radar, not seeing anything that is indicative of a spin-up tornado. So really, the storm to watch here is this tornado-warned storm. Still struggling a little bit to understand why this was tornado-warned. A pretty interesting warning here from National Weather Service in Wichita. I'm not sure what they're seeing, but this might be a preventative warning. It might be talking about the potential for this storm, and I can definitely see the potential for this storm ramping up as these cells out in front of them start to interact with each other and combine. So yeah, we could see with this interaction, we could see the intensification of this supercell south of Newton, Kansas, and north of Wichita, and possibly actually becoming tornadic to the point we can see on radar. So very close eye needs to be kept on this storm. Newton, Kansas is not in the tornado warning, neither is Wichita. You guys are both outside of the current tornado warning, just moving very, very slowly in this direction. Thank you, Big Don Tracy. Appreciate the support. Yep, getting there. Thankfully, my partners brought me a bowl of spaghetti, so I do have sustenance in case I need it. Thank you, Pickles Von Brian, for the support as well. Yes, supercells do get taller than 60,000 feet. Storms can generally be taller the closer they are to the equator. So we could get really tall storms in the summer as well as we enter the summer season in the northern hemisphere. So yeah, we've even had storms, a couple of storms that were just about 70,000 feet tall. Over the last week, there were a few examples of that. Very, very healthy, very strong storms to reach those heights. Taco Bell, I'm not sure about that. Okay, let's look at Tampa now. Let's go back to Tampa, see what our latest scans are looking at this area. Still not letting up in terms of looking a little bit concerning here. Still no warning on the storm as well. It's now beginning to encroach on downtown Tampa and the metro area here. The strongest part of the storm is entering Carrollwood, Lake Magdalene, and is right outside of West Park, just to the east of Citrus Park. So this could be a very electrically active storm. I'm sure a lot of you guys are curious about it if you are watching from Tampa. It does look like there's some lightning strikes out in front of the storm here in the downtown Tampa vicinity, so please don't be outside in this area. It looks like the trend is for the storm to actually drop quite a few bolts of lightning out in front of this, out in front of the main bulk of the precipitation and the heavy rainfall. So these lightning strikes out in front where it's not raining are going to be exceptionally loud if they are reaching the ground. And that's going to alert a lot of people, which is good news. They're going to be weather aware because they hear it. So hopefully we can reach a lot of people via that.
While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions.
I'll refresh Chris Stevens. All of our storm chasers are not really chasing anymore. They've moved out of the most active areas of concern here. So if we see any flashes coming through on Chris's stream, I've still got it going there. But I think all of our chasers are going to be are done for the day. Frank, are you still here? If Frank's still here, maybe we can get some railfan cameras going. A railfan camera in Oklahoma City would be wonderful if we have that, and also maybe one in Wichita, Kansas. I can't remember if there's one there. Alright, let's take a look. Cycle through our warnings once again, starting in Texas. Newest frame of data here near Goldthwaite. Storms are moving pretty slowly. There is no debris signature with this yet in the area we'd expected, so currently no tornado on the ground as far as we can tell in Mills County in Texas. Here's a look at the state. Right in the heart of Texas, right in the center of it. But we have a really concerning storm here. Please continue to take shelter in Goldthwaite, Castor, and Scalor here. You are here, Frank? Okay, very good. 221 can be Oklahoma City. Virtual railfan camera. You're going to have storms moving through that area in the next hour, over the next hour, so we can have an active look at storms there. And then I'm trying to remember if there's an area in Kansas. Now, I trust you to use your best judgment, and we can put that in YouTube too. Okay, there is a railfan camera in Wichita. That would also be very good, so we can have those two going. Thank you, Frank. Let me know when that's done. So continue taking shelter in Mills County in Texas. Again, still a very concerning storm. I think it's getting ready to produce a tornado right now. We've got some pretty tight rotation right in this area, right in the center of the frame here. And you can see the wind speeds on the right side of the stream here. Ooh, okay, thank you, Marcus, for the contribution. Yes, I'm looking through Kansas right now. Northwest Kansas, I don't think it'll be too bad. Out here, it doesn't look like it's anything too bad, but we just have a 70-mile-an-hour wind report in Russell. Good grief. So, just some damaging wind back here is the main concern. With any severe thunderstorm warnings that come through along I-70 here, so hopefully that encapsulates your area there in Wilson. Okay. So back to Kansas again. Looks like we've had several supercells that are mostly stationary here. They really aren't moving anywhere. Thankfully staying to the south of Newton, Kansas. Doesn't look like this one has managed to produce a tornado here. Despite being warned, we saw several mergers with it. However, something of interest that I could see occurring here is this supercell is eventually going to merge with the line as it approaches from the west. So this line is moving very quickly to the east. It's approaching the supercells quite rapidly. We're hitting development right in the middle here. When all these storms merge with the line, I think we're going to see a re-intensification of the line and possibly some tornadoes associated with that activity just about in this area, maybe north of Wichita. So I am pretty concerned about the next steps of storms merging together here. I think we could see an accidental tornado arise as a result of that. So that's going to be the area of concern as these come together here. Hopefully that's not too bad.
At 10:19 p.m. Central Daylight Time, severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from 4 miles southwest of Hennessy to 6 miles west of Okarche to 5 miles south of Hydro.
Let's see if we got any new data for our storm in Texas. Not seeing anything in particular there. So no debris signature associated with that yet. Keeping a close eye on that just in case it does have a tornado or drops a tornado that starts to do damage. Looking back towards Tampa. Still not severe warnings, so this might just be a very heavy rain and some gusty winds as this gets to downtown Tampa. So nothing much has changed here. Not seeing any real area of rotation that's sustaining itself. Any concerning rotation, I should say. So we're looking okay right now in Tampa. Looking okay in Tampa. Okay, thank you, Frank.
Protection moved to an interior room on the
YouTube 1 is now Oklahoma City virtual rail fan camera. Let's get that in there. See if we got that pulled up.
Watch number 327 remains in effect until 11 p.m. Central Daylight Time for the
Right,
following
we've got the virtual rail fan camera right here in Oklahoma City. I actually have a tag for that too. There it is. Alright, YouTube 2 is now Wichita. Chris says it's still streaming. I'm not seeing it though. So let's get YouTube 2. We have a look at Wichita, Kansas, because that's going to definitely be an area that we're watching very closely as these storms approach from the west.
Or internet sources for the latest severe weather information.
Let's see what Wichita, Kansas is. There we go. I do not have a time for that, so I'll have to edit that. Thank you, Amanda. Appreciate it. Strawberry Dr. Pepper. Much appreciated. Thank you, Frank, for the help on that. Got the virtual rail fan cameras down there now. I'll go ahead and edit one so we can have Wichita. So now as storms approach Oklahoma City and Wichita, we'll have a good look at the lightning electrical activity associated with those. That should change. Just a second there. Alright, doing all the production right now, guys. All the production.
This additional rain will result in minor flooding. Some locations that will experience flooding include southwestern Lawton, Walters, Cache, Geronimo, Chattanooga.
Still have 2 tornado warnings. This one here in southeastern Harvey County. Again, I'm not sure why this was tornado warned in the first place. We've never had a tight area of rotation show up on the radar. So it's possible that this was tornado warned just in case as the storm maintained its intensity. However, I am most concerned. I am most concerned with this storm as it interacts with the line of storms approaching from the west. So I'm very concerned about this corridor right here, just around Newton to El Dorado to the north and east of Wichita in Kansas. So I'm going to watch this very closely as these two areas collide here, because that could produce, lead to a couple of tornadoes. So very much concerned about that corridor. We're going to keep a close eye. And then, something that we've seen here, I was concerned that this might happen. Excuse me, gosh. Something I've been concerned about is we're actually seeing a separate rear inflow jet here that's surging forward. So you can see very clearly that this part of the storm has begun to surge outward in front. So you see a very well-defined bow echo now. So our winds are pushing this forward and spreading this part of the storm out. We have some pretty powerful winds now right on the doorstep of I-35. And guess what? When that happens, the storm catches up with that gust front I was just talking about. So now the gust front is right back up with the storm, and that means when you push forward on this line of storms, that northern edge is going to have counterclockwise rotation. Counterclockwise rotation, which means we could see spin-up tornadoes right here. And sure enough, they've gone ahead and warned this area for tornadoes. So currently radar indicated this is going to approach Orlando, north of Mulhall, right along Interstate 35 here, currently over Marshall. So very powerful part of the storm is starting up here as it surges forward. Looks like the most powerful winds as a result of this rear inflow jet surge are going to be on the northern side of the Oklahoma City metro, possibly as far south as Edmond. Definitely most concerned with the Guthrie area north to Orlando, where our spin-up tornado threat exists, so please be taking shelter there. That's going to be northern Logan County. Hard to see the county lines here. Western Payne County, western corner of Payne County, right where I-35 is. And southwestern Noble County, southeastern Garfield County. So that's where we're looking at here for a tornado threat. Of course, if a storm does a surge forward here and it catches up with that gust front, The gust front was all that was preventing this one from becoming tornadic. So now that the storm's caught up with it, we have nothing stopping the chance for spin-up tornadoes, and that's exactly why we see this taking shape. So that's the area of concern there. Several 70-mile-an-hour wind reports also right along Highway 64 here. Just to the north of this tornado warning. So this is definitely a very powerful area of winds. National Weather Service Tulsa has already gone ahead and put out that severe thunderstorm warning well ahead of the line of storms to let people know in Pawnee County to Osage County here that the storms are approaching from the west. So this is now in National Weather Service Tulsa's domain, which is why we have this warning way out in front here. Good on them to issue the warning earlier on there. Alright, so there's a look at Oklahoma. There's our newest tornado warning again for this area north of GO3, right through Orlando. There's a chance for a spin-up tornado to impact localized areas here, so please take shelter. Let's go back to Texas now. Take a look at our update on this storm. We have an area to spin back into parts of the Hook Echo here, and also the mesocyclone itself is spinning right about here out front. So a couple of areas of spin. If both were producing tornadoes at the same time, we would have a twin tornado type setup here. And take a quick look at our correlation coefficient just to see if there's any debris. I don't see any at all. So no confirmation of a tornado being on the ground with this storm yet. Still looks very concerning. Tulsa's about 45 minutes to an hour out from seeing those storms. So you could try to go to sleep, you're going to be woken right back up. The good news is that once it's done, we'll probably have quite a bit of rainfall that's light to moderate afterward. And there will be occasional rumbles of thunder. They might be loud if there are any strikes that reach the ground. So you might have a long night in front of you there in Tulsa. But the strongest part of the storm is going to reach you in about an hour. Yeah, Enid is past the line of storms now. You guys are in that light to moderate rain. If there's still lightning ongoing, that is the reason. So there you go, the one storm that's looking pretty concerning here in central Texas. Again, moving pretty slowly, but now on the doorstep of Goldthwaite. So hopefully people have continued to take shelter in that area. Is still approaching Goldthwaite in Mills County, so continue to exercise your tornado precautions. If there are basements in this area, which I'm not sure if there are due to the ground, what the ground is made out of, you might not be able to have basements in this area. The interior most of your house is where you want to be there in Goldthwaite. Alright, let's take another look at Florida. The storm is very close to bringing some heavy rain to downtown Tampa. Still no severe thunderstorm warning or anything with this. It does look much, much more disorganized than it did earlier. I can pretty confidently say that what you're looking at here in Tampa in Florida is going to be a light show and some pretty heavy rain. So not really anything you're not used to. However, this
alright guys, I'm gonna end the stream and do a part 2.
It's been